freedom, peace of mind, just being healthy, being fit. Glad I could be out here enjoying the view of the ocean, Statue of Liberty. Rikers Island. Hey man, what the hell are you doing? Well, that's what it's like in New York. You can be enjoying yourself one moment, some smart guy has got to come up the next moment and ask you, what the hell are you doing here? Hey, keep your hands to yourself, dog. Let me tell you something, pal. Well, it was just like I said. Sometimes you can be sitting there minding your own business, and out of the blue, these guys come. You never know what's going to happen, especially when you walk down the streets. So protect yourself and practice Kali-Silat. Turn your body. Turn those shoulders. Turn your shoulders. Come on, turn your shoulders. There's also ducking. Didn't tell you about it. Yeah, but you learn quickly. Here, in demonstration of your application. Here. Okay. So you have one side, the other side, and the third strike comes around. So the third strike comes around, you're looking here. This is your target. Once you hit your target, once hit it again, go to the next one, do some more. You see? It's not important how, only that you do. Right? Right or not? I'm not sure now. Alright. So when we go into umbrella, we go under one side, the other side, go up one side to the other side. We're going to South California. That's what it was for. Just like this. Just like that. Oh, sort of. Texas star for you. Whoa! Bless my finger. Welcome to Kali-Silat. You're wondering why we're down here at the Statue of Liberty playing with a yo-yo. The answer is really simple. The yo-yo was invented in the Philippines. As a matter of fact, some of the same techniques that I use for the yo-yo are very popular with the stick in Kali. The reason for that is very simple. When we look at the arts, in 1521, the Spanish had outlawed the carrying of the blades and the practicing of this art. That's why we haven't heard it for so long. But some of us may have been practicing when we do our loop-de-loops with the yo-yo. And the yo-yo was invented in the Philippines. That was the way of hiding the technique. What we look at when we look at the Kali-Silat and the videotapes, we can see that all of the information is on the videotapes, whether we do a single set or a double stick. Both of the tapes will give you the right kind of information. But you may say, well, why should I practice? Well, we practice so we can have what that Statue of Liberty represents. Liberty, freedom, freedom from ourselves sometimes, and a little bit of peace of mind, and a little bit of health. Those are all good reasons why you should practice Kali-Silat. And I hope you'll join us and practice some of the Kali-Silat that you see on the show. Thanks so much. See that I get a tremendous aerobic workout just from taking and repeating the strikes from Kali-Silat. Let's look at 4 of those basic strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice each time that I move the baston, I move my foot as well. I can step forward and backward with the same basic 4 strikes. I can move my body once and strike twice. Or I can move my body twice and strike 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may ask why we do this. The answer is very simple. When you live in the city, you really got to protect yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. In Kali-Silat, we set up a little wall just to protect ourselves. We do not attack first, but we try to hit first if somebody's going to attack us. So you practice Kali-Silat for a healthier, fitter, happier you. And you practice Kali-Silat so that when you do your exercise, it pays off. Kali-Silat. Why, do you ask, would anyone practice Kali-Silat? Well, whether you're old or young, it's never too late to learn how to protect yourself. And the exercises in Kali-Silat give you that added advantage of being able to protect yourself while you get an aerobic workout. You get a total exhilarating cardiovascular workout when you practice Kali-Silat. But only on one condition, that you practice Kali-Silat. So I hope that you'll enjoy us by practicing along with us Kali-Silat. Circle line in the background. Great. All right, let's give them a little explanation. I'm going to ask my associate, Mr. Dave Tanner, to help me just to show you what a little bit of that means. You know, while we hit like this becomes our basic. Because usually if somebody's going to try to hit you, they're going to do it along those basic lines. So we make a very simple drill out of it. We hit those 4 strikes. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, so you can appreciate it, I'd like to slow it down and we'll stop the motion each time so you can see why the left hand would come into play. When you come here, you'll stop the motion here because this is where the hit is being made. So here is where the motion will be made. To counteract this, it would look like this. If the strike came from the other side, it would be here. And then you would hit again. This arm, follow through. If it happened to come from the bottom, you would strike here. Came from the other side, you'd strike here. This arm, follow through it. In every instance, I've used those same basic 4 strikes. So that if you only use those 4 strikes and you only practice those 4 strikes, you can get the whole thing. Because nobody will attack you by snaking or serpentining their stick in here like this. When they're ready to strike you, they'll strike you like this. Maybe both of their hands will be here. A very simple application for a double-handed strike would look like this. Maybe you'll make a double-handed strike, and you'll see that what I'm looking to do is to get out of the way and to try to hit his hand. So you hit the stick. That's our practice. It looks like this. That's only our practice. When this is really here, this is really our target. So it would look like this, slow. And then you can follow up. If it came from the other side, the angle would be here. Again, I'm using the stick to protect me, but only to protect also my associate in training. Because in reality, I would try to hit here, or try to hit here, or even try to hit here. Once the strike passed, I would make my attack and counter-attack by coming in. A lot of times, if somebody is holding a bat and they're going to club at your feet, you can jump over the bat if you're fast. If you're not fast, you'll be hit. So you can put up your foot. If you can put up the bottom of your foot, the attack is really here to the hand. And I have to hit this right away. Otherwise, I have to get out, or I have to follow the same method of practice by protecting myself with a stick. Again, I'm looking for here as my strike. I'm looking for here as my strike, or here. But I would prefer the knuckles. If it came from the other side, I would go the other way, and I would get out here, because he may be stepping forward. as he steps forward, I have to get out of there. So you always try to protect yourself first. Neutralize your opponent's or your opponent's weapon, and then you can counterattack. When we do that in Kali, of course, we do not really hit the stick. We only do that to protect each other. This is the real target, here and here. We never strike here without making sure of this first. Because if I try to counterattack here, he may hit me, even when he's falling. If he has a blade, it could be serious. So in Kali, we try to utilize the same principles as all martial arts, because all martial arts are good. So try to follow along with us some of the practices of Kali-Silat, and we hope you enjoy them, not for our sake, but for yours. In Kali-Silat, we make some practical methods of training, just to remind you that when you're out in the street, anything could happen. So practice Kali-Silat, not just for yourself, but to make everybody safe. We protect ourselves, our name, our family, and the weak people. So when you practice Kali-Silat, make it a point to practice everywhere, sometimes on a park bench, when you're in school, in the elevator, when you're opening your door. Be aware. That's what Kali-Silat is about. It's a way of making you more aware of yourself.
Hey man, what's up?
Not too much. How about yourself?
Give me a dollar, man. Give me a dollar.
I ain't got no dollars, man.
Well, you look like you got some money.
I may look like I have some money, but I ain't got no money. Hey, man. Well, I'd like to share with you now some very simple techniques. You know, in Kali-Silat, we don't really emphasize attacking your opponent. We really emphasize getting away and protecting yourself. When you're stuck with some big guys, they have to hit them as well. But I'd like to share with you now some very simple basics. For example, I'll ask my associate Dave to come in. Dave, if you'll help me here. I'd ask Dave to grab me however he wants. Never let anybody grab you. You always check that first. As you can see, I'm controlling him now, and I'll just try to enjoy that, and then try to take something here. When I drop him to the floor, then I'm going to leave, you see. But you never let anybody grab you. Another grab, Dave. I had no choice but to hit him in that particular instance. So when he made the stretch to grab me here, this just came away. I just guided him down here a little bit. That's all I'm really doing, is pressuring him, because he has the leverage here, you see. It's just that he missed me. But let's suppose that he grabs you. Well, there it was, and he grabbed it. So what I try to do is I try to take it around here, you see. Now I can control his balance. As I'm close to him, that's his balance that I'm controlling here, you see. So you can take your opponent and you can even toss them aside from the same method. Again, looking at the same technique. Somebody lunges for your arm, they grab your arm, you grab it in here, you can spin them around, you see. Okay. Because you put them at off balance. That's very important. If you're not aware and somebody comes from behind you, then you're in a lot of trouble. You should always be aware. An aware person would not react like that. This is how an aware person would react. Ha! Right away. You would just try to hit him right in here, right away. You see, if you let somebody grab you, you're not aware. You have to be aware first. Awareness comes from practice. The techniques are simple when you look at and you understand the basics. So when you take a look at the anatomy, the hand works in a certain way. So when you grab this, you can grab this here, you see. As you turn this here, you have to change your grip to here so you can control him. And then of course you take something else to pull, you see. If you cannot go this way, you go the other way and you pull out the same way. You can take this and try to break this if you want. Here, you see, or here, you see. Pushing down on this side, coming up on this side. So when you look at the anatomy, you must understand how the anatomy works in order to appreciate it. That means that if somebody grabs you here and you just bring this up, you change their anatomy here. You can hit them here, you can hit them here. When you bring this here, you can try to bring this around. You see their balance will change right away. Or you can come behind them, you see. You are holding me out here, but I come behind you, you see. As I come behind you, I take this around. As I take this around, if I swing it, I'll really try to swing you around, see. So you have to be careful in training these techniques. Again, you can relieve your hand by inserting some pressure towards the weakness of the grip, which is the wrist. That means that the moment this is grabbed, this will have to be here. The reason that this has to be here is because he's using his other hand as well. So this will have to come here before I do anything, you see. When I hit him here, then this can come here as well, you see. So if I choose to smack him here, then I'll step inside and give him this. But if I choose to block here and then pull him in, then I pull him in. In a lot of the Kali, you will see, especially in the Muay Thai, where they will pull the body down like this to hit, you see, or to hit on the side, you see, because you can do a severe amount of damage by causing the pressure to come this way. So from the grip, we know that if we're on the inside, we have to deal with the inside. However, if we're on the outside, he may not try to punch here. So this will just come up here to protect this. When this does, I can try to break this here, you see. Or when this comes here, I can try to smash this here, you see, and then kick him here, you see. However I choose, because in Kali, every situation is different, and we have to adjust ourselves according to where we are. That means that if he grabs me here, and I cannot go this way, I have to go the other way, you see. So in going the other way, I find myself in here, I have to hit him right away, I have to hit him some more, you see. And then if he's going back a little bit, as he's going back, I try to hit him some more, you see. Or I try to kick him some more, or stomp here. Because what I really want to do is I want to stomp the foot, to actually break the instep here by stomping with my heel, because this would prevent him from chasing after me if I'm able to break it. We hope that you've enjoyed Kali-Silat, and we hope that you'll practice some of the techniques that you've seen here in a real live setting, because Kali-Silat is practical. That's what makes it work. It's not different from other martial arts, but you are. You make yourself different when you practice Kali-Silat. And if you're practicing another art, you will increase the tempo or the speed of your own reaction times and improve on your own art, because that's what the arts are about. Practice them all, not just Kali-Silat, but you can start here at your own level. And remember, in Kali-Silat, you either are or you are not. Kali-Silat, it is a way of life. That's why we practice. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm Greg Allen for Kali-Silat. The first thing that I must do is I must protect myself first. The second thing that I must do is I must neutralize my opponent or my opponent's weapon. The third thing that I must do or may do is counterattack. I can counterattack by throwing him into the wall. If he hits the wall, that's a counterattack. If I hit him, that's a counterattack. It's not important how I do that. It's not important even for me to attack him. As a matter of fact, it works because I don't attack, but I do attack what's attacking me. I don't attack right away. Can I attack right away? Sure, when this comes from here, I can go right away. You see, it's not important. The thing is, if I go right away and he's trained, he may be able to deflect that. and then hit me. Once I'm hit with his weapon, it becomes serious, not like a move. You see? So it becomes very serious once I get hit. As a matter of fact, no matter how hard I hit him, the stick will not break. I'm sure of that. Yeah, but the stick is rattan. It's a very, very special piece of wood. As a matter of fact, it is among the strongest woods in the world. It grows 300 to 400 foot in length. And this part here that you see me going around is very, very heavy. It's very strong. This is the root. It's the root. Yeah, it's a vine. It's the root. And that's why the nodes are very close together. And it's very heavy. And it will not break. You see? But it will knock him out if I hit him. If I hit him here, it will not knock him out necessarily. But if I hit him like this, it will knock him out. Like this. We usually hit with this portion. When the Filipino, what he would do is he would carve the stick so he hit you with the tip. You'd bleed because there's little carvings in there. But you hit with this portion of the stick, you'll knock him out. Because the element just below the tip is the hardest to hit him with. Whereas when I hit him here, he'll deflect. But when I hit him here, there's no chance to deflect. When I hit him here, there's turn the head a little bit, you know, so it will deflect a little bit. You see? But when you hit here, it's sort of more solid. So even as he turns, it stays there. It stays there longer. So it's knock him out. Okay? Martial arts really works. You know that. Okay.